Hi there, this is Magnus Booner, bringing another video to you. If you haven't already, go ahead and first thing, push that subscribe button. Alright, let's take a look at these sheaths for the Ontario Knife Company Kukri. First, we'll start out with the one it comes from the factory with. This is it here. It's made out of nylon. It's got this D-ring at the bottom. It's got this belt loop, and it's got a snap here to retain the knife in the sheath. The other sheath on the table is from Chestnut Knife Shop. You can find them at www.ridgeknifeshop.com. They make all kinds of Kydex sheaths for a lot of different knives, so go check those guys out. This is the Ontario Knife Company Kukri. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time talking about it. Carbon steel blade. It's got this rubberized plastic handle that grips really nice. You can see a ton of videos online of guys chopping at wood and bullshit with this. If that's what you want to see, go check out one of those. We're going to talk about sheaths. So this is the sheath and the knife as it comes from the factory. First thing I don't like about this, I'm just going to grab it back here. I'm going to give it a little tug. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus! And as you can see, it came out without unsnapping it, so that's bullshit. Second of all, who the fuck carries a knife this big on their belt? I will clip it to a belt loop if I'm in the woods gathering firewood, just as kind of a place to have it. But I don't carry it that way for any length of time. You're not going to get in and out of a vehicle with it. If you carry this on your belt, it's just going to be in the way, in my opinion. So I don't really like that being the only mode of carry. I think we've said everything that needs to be said about this thing. It's a piece of shit. Okay, so now we'll start talking about this Chestnut Ridge sheath. Stand by. So this thing's made of Kydex. It comes from the factory with this belt piece attached right here via these two screws. First thing I did was take that off. We've talked about that enough. I laced some parachute cord through the rivet holes. This gives me lots of attachment points, so I can attach it to backpacks or chest holsters or other types of carry bags or equipment or so-called web gear. And then I've got this aluminum carabiner on it. Like I said, I'll clip that to a belt loop and carry it like a big frickin' saber in the woods while I'm gathering firewood. The way this thing closes is with this Fastex buckle. So what's nice about this sheath is there's some molding right here on the handle that really conforms to the shape. Then it's secured with this clasp. As you can see, I'm pulling on this. I'm tugging it pretty good. It ain't coming out of there. Likewise, sitting like that, it doesn't flop around. It stays pretty snug. This knife sheath has a drain hole, so if you do get water in it, it's going to drain right out. This sheath actually costs about as much as the Kukri costs from the factory. I believe Ontario charges about $60 for the Kukri, and it comes with that sheath that you might as well throw in the garbage. And then you go over to Chestnut Ridge, and they make this nice American-made sheath right here in America, out of Kydex, and it's also about $65 plus shipping and handling. At that point, you've got about as much invested into the Ontario Knife Company Kukri as you would one of the more expensive cold steel Gurkha Kukris. The cold steel Gurkha Kukri comes with a nicer sheath from the factory, and there's lots of videos out there on YouTube reviewing it. If there's something I did not cover on this sheath that you'd like to hear about, go ahead and ask a question in the comment section. If there's something more on this sheath that you want to see, ask about that as well, and we'll do a repeat video covering it. Alright, well hey, thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already done it, go ahead and push that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of these videos. If for nothing else, they're obviously great for their gay porn value. I mean, you could spend hours wanking it to one of these videos of my beautiful face. And if you're a lady, well, go ahead and hit me up on the Snapchat.